Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Dustin, and I am back with another video. And in this video, I want to talk about Trisha Paytas because I have something I need to say about her. And I want to talk about this TikTok that came across my feed the other day about the Baby Garnet case. So if you love true crime, you are in for a treat. So if you guys are here for that, stay tuned to this video. So it should be no secret to you guys if you followed me for any extended period of time. I love Trisha Paytas, and when I first started this channel, I used to react to her music videos, literally anything that she would put on the internet, her tweets. What's up, you guys? It's Dustin, and I'm back. And you know, Trisha dropped her freaky video today, and you knew that since it was Trisha Paytas, I was going to be doing a reaction to it. Okay. I feel like there's some kind of subliminal messaging going on here. I do have a fondness for Trisha Paytas, and it's literally because she did help me through some of the hardest times in my life. Now, I know some people are going to be like, what the fuck? How did Trisha Paytas help you through some of the hardest times in your life? Well, when I was going through the abuse and everything that I have endured, I used to watch Trisha Paytas' videos as an escape. And while I have been critical of Trisha in the past, that does not take away the love that I have for her. She was one of the kindest YouTubers that I have ever met, and I've met a few. She was very kind to me. She's always been courteous, and she's always been extremely nice. So I wanted to do something to support her, and it's really not much, but she did just release this Trisha Paytas version, the add-on to What Do You Meme? So I bought 3 of these. I'm going to give away one, and Nick is going to be giving away one. I just wanted to give a big shout out to Trisha Paytas because this is very, very cool. We have seen people come out with all kinds of things like makeup palettes and things like that, but we have never seen any of these people on the internet that I'm aware of ever come out with an expansion pack to What Do You Meme? And Trisha Paytas is a living legend, a living icon, and a living meme. And I just thought that this was very, very cool. So congratulations to you, Trisha.
Huh? What? Oh, okay. You guys, my What Do You Meme Trisha Paytas expansion pack is out now, available on Amazon. Get this game to play with all your friends.
When you're not sure if what you just said is offensive. This is what the back of the box looks like. So now you can play with your very own Trisha Paytas What Do You Meme expansion pack with your friends. I love the cards. When you have a breakdown on your kitchen floor. When you need to wipe, but the last roll of toilet paper in your house is bedazzled. You guys, I am an official What Do You Meme expansion pack. It is available for sale right now on Amazon. Go get it. It's the cutest thing ever.
Now, all you have to do to enter this giveaway is leave me a way to reach out to you, like a username on Twitter, Instagram, or even an email. Now, keep in mind, people do read the same comments that I read, so if you're not comfortable putting your email there, just make sure there's a way for me to reach out to you. But on the 30th, I will go to the random comments generator, and I will select the winner, and I will reach out to you, and you can have your very own expansion pack of What Do You Meme? The Trisha Paytas edition. But with all that said, you guys, we need to talk about this Baby Garnet case, and you are not ready for this. Okay, so I was scrolling TikTok as one does, and this TikTok came across my feed, and the more I listened to it, the more intrigued I was because the little true crimer in me was like, you need to react to that. So that is what we're going to be doing in this video. Now, this video is by a girl named Jenna Rose, and Jenna's story is absolutely insane.
Get ready with me while I tell you about how an Ancestry DNA kit is putting my grandma in prison. So in case you couldn't tell, I've never made a video like this before. I've already tried to record this a couple times, and I keep stumbling over my words. This video might take a few minutes to get through because it is quite a long story, and I don't want to split it up into separate fucking parts like everybody does.
Thank God for that. I feel like I was one of the first people to jump on the bandwagon with 23andMe, and boy, did I pay for it because I am now part of their lawsuit, but I'm not going to get into that. But I feel like these stories that involve DNA, relatives coming out of the woodwork that you didn't know exist, and I have spent hours upon hours and hours watching YouTube videos and TikToks about people that have literally found out the craziest stories when they got their DNA test results back. I kind of have my own story, and if you guys want to hear that, please let me know down below. But I am always fascinated when a story involves 23andMe or Ancestry.
So just bear with me. So I'm going to start with a little bit of the backstory. So I've never met my grandmother. I didn't even know her name until I was like 14 or 15 years old. And for reasons that are not my business to tell, when my mother's ready to tell that story, then that's on her. But I've never met my grandmother. So just keep that in mind. The other little part of the backstory that I feel like people should know is that this case was very popular in the town that I grew up in, because it was so fucked up. It was the Baby Garnet case, and I know a lot of people are curious. I know a lot of people have a lot of questions about what the fuck happened, especially in my hometown. So I'm here to start talking about it. Obviously I can't talk about everything, but I can tell you my story. Let's get into it.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys what the Baby Garnet case is. Apparently it was a very popular case. I had never heard of it before, but I did get enough information together to kind of give you guys a synopsis of what happened. And this story is fucked up. I'm telling you right now, this is disgusting what this girl's grandmother did. So here's just a little bit of background about the Baby Garnet case, and I'm just going to read this off my notes here, you guys. So it says the Baby Garnet case refers to a cold case involving the discovery of an infant's remains in Michigan, which was eventually solved through advancements in DNA technology. In June 1997, the remains of a newborn baby, later nicknamed Baby Garnet, were found in an outhouse at the Garnet Lake Campground in Hudson Township, Michigan. The baby was estimated to be close to full term with the gestational age between 36 to 42 weeks. Nancy Ann Jerwatowski was identified as the mother of Baby Garnet. Jerwatowski was arrested in 2022 after her DNA matched the infant's through forensic genetic genealogy. So as you can tell, this is some really, really low down, horrible stuff.
Begin with new details being released on a cold case from 1997 in Mackinac County. According to the sheriff's office, in 1997, police began investigating an incident where an unidentified infant was found in a vault toilet at Garnet Lake Campground in Hudson Township. The case went cold until the summer of 2017 when police began to review the case known as Baby Garnet again and used forensic genetic genealogy to further the investigation. Eventually, a genealogist was able to provide the name of the birth mother, who is now a 58-year-old former resident of the Garnet area and now living in Wyoming. Investigators traveled there yesterday and made contact with the woman, who confirmed that she was the birth mother of Baby Garnet. She has been arrested on the charge of homicide open murder. She is currently awaiting extradition back to the state of Michigan, and additional information will be released after her arraignment.
And this case is actually still ongoing, and I believe that she's up for sentencing in December of this year, so that is not too far away. It's literally next month. So now that we're caught up and we understand what happened in this horrible story, let's hear what Jenna had to say from her own personal account.
Go back about 2 years ago. I watched my best friend get an Ancestry DNA kit for Christmas, and I thought it was dope. I was like, I need one of those. I want to see all the cool shit that she's seeing right now, so I bought one. It's literally, you spit in a fucking tube, you swab your mouth, you send it in, and they give you your ancestry results. It's actually really fucking cool. And I had a blast doing it. Little did I know. So I sent it in, got my results back. Everything was cool and fine. So then about a year later, I'm at work, and I get a phone call, and it's a fucking detective from the Michigan State Police out of St. Ignace. And I was like, excuse me. I was like, what the fuck did I do? So I start freaking out. I was like, okay.
I feel like this is a perfectly normal response to anybody getting a call from a detective, especially if it's in regards to your DNA. Now, of course, when I did my 23andMe and my Ancestry, I uploaded them to the GEDmatch thing, because if I'm related to anybody that's a murderer, I want them caught. I actually learned about that from watching all the true crime over the years. Danielle Hallen has talked about GEDmatch a lot, and I believe that Kendall Ray has as well. And I have always thought that it was cool how they use people's DNA to find murderers. I believe that's even how they caught the Golden State Killer.
I'm either about to really go to jail or somebody is dead. So I start freaking out. And he was like, I just want to let you know that I reopened a cold case from like 25 years ago. And he was like, and your DNA is a direct match to the victim of this case. And I was like, oh, cool. I was like, what case? And he was like, you've heard of the Baby Garnet case, right? And I was like, I was like, you're joking, right? And he was like, no. He was like, I know that it's shocking. He was like, and I know that it's, you know, a weekday at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and I kind of just sprung this on you. He was like, but we've been investigating and your DNA matches. And I was like, okay. So I start talking to this dude, and he like proceeds to tell me that he wants to connect me with this lady from Chicago. He said that she like runs this worldwide database, and he wants me to talk to her so she can upload my DNA into this worldwide database to like broaden the search, I guess. So I okayed it, and he told me that he would give her my number and she'd call me after I got off work. So I get home from work, and I'm telling my mom about this call. I was like, listen, like, this is fucked up. Like, listen to this. And she was like, I wouldn't, like, listen to that. She was like, Papa just got a phone call saying that Uncle Marcus is dead, and that they needed, like, his social security number or something like that to confirm that it was, like, he was his father. And he was not dead. Like, it was a fucking scam, but freaked my grandpa out. And so my mom was like, don't, like, it could be a scam, you know? So this lady calls me.
That is the legit fear that we live in. Like, I have probably missed so many sponsored opportunities because I'm afraid that they're scams. Like, I think every email I get, unless it's from a direct source, is a scam. I feel like almost every voicemail I get is a scam. I don't trust anything these days. So imagine having somebody from the FBI reaching out to you and being like, hey girl, you're connected to this case and we're investigating and we need to talk to you.
And I'm on the phone with her, and she's like, I just need like your permission. And I was like, you have my permission, girl. I was like, whatever you need me to do, like, I'll do it. And she was like, okay, I need your password. And I was like, who the fuck's gonna ask me for my password that's not a scammer, you know? And so I hung up the fucking phone. So like a week later, I get another phone call from my mom. And she was like, hey, she was like, you need to come home right now. And I was like, I'm at work. I can't just leave. And she was like, yeah, you can. She was like, it's an emergency. Like, you need to come home right now. So I was like, all right, whatever. So thank God my manager was understanding. She ended up letting me leave. And it was just crazy. I ended up getting home, and one of my cousins were there. And she was like, you know that phone call you got? And I was like, how the fuck do you know about that? And she was like, because of there was state police at my door this morning. And I was like, okay. She was like, it's not a scam. Like, I've been in contact with them all morning. Like, you really do need to call that lady back, because they need your DNA.
I'm telling you, that is why all these old people, and yes, I'm saying old people, they had all these secrets. And when these DNA tests started coming out, it started ruining their lives. It started exposing all these secrets, all these affairs, and all this different dirty, underhanded shit that they did. So I love stories like this. The fact that the hammer of justice got to swing down because there was a DNA test done by somebody's granddaughter is actually really fucking cool. I actually do kind of live for stuff like this because that baby would have never gotten justice had this girl Jenna not went and done this DNA test. I am so sure that there are old people out there shaking in their boots every year at Christmas or on kids' birthdays because they might get a DNA test. Yes. Maybe even some of the people watching this video. Do any of y'all have secrets you don't want your grandkids to know or your kids to know? Are DNA tests forbidden in your household? I promise I'm just being facetious. Or am I?
Okay. So I called her back. We uploaded my DNA into this worldwide database, and it comes back as a distant relative. So they were like, are we able to speak with your mom? And I was like, actually, she's sitting right here. So they spoke with my mother. They asked for her permission to take her DNA. So they ended up meeting up with her the next day, taking her DNA, and ended up obviously running it through the same database that they ran mine through, and ended up finding out that it's not a distant relative to my mom, but a direct relative. And the only other people that it could have been was my mom's mother. They kind of started doing their own investigating and figured out that that's who it was. So we were mind blown. Mind you, I've never met this woman before. She is literally the person that they've been looking for 25 years. And it's all because of a fucking Ancestry DNA kit. So yeah, everything kind of unfolded from there. I'm not really allowed to talk about anything that has happened outside of that right now. But obviously it's going to come out. Shit has already been in the news, and I know you bitches have seen it because I've seen your fucking comments. So yeah, to all the nosy bitches that wanted to know, here's the tea. Now shut the fuck up.
I would just sincerely like to thank you, Jenna, for getting on here and actually spilling the tea, because I did not know about this case and I find this very interesting. If you guys would like an update on this, like I said, I believe this is going to sentencing, I believe, next month. Please let me know down below. I found this very interesting because I think it's so cool, like I said before, that all these years later that justice can be served. And I am totally here for technology solving crimes that otherwise would not be solved. But honestly, I want to know what you guys think about this. Please feel free to discuss this in the comments down below. Just keep it respectful because you never know who is going to see this. But I want to know, have you guys ever had a story like this? Do you have a DNA story where it has like literally rocked your world? Maybe not to this extent, because I am so fascinated in this type of stuff. But with that said, please feel free to let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing and leave me the DNA emoji down below because I feel like that's only fitting. I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.